there has been a major diplomatic development out of the continent of Africa, where the United States has brokered a peace deal between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo in a region which is sitting on a treasure chest of rare earth minerals. And as you know, that ever since Donald Trump has actually assumed his office, he has had a very keen eye on the world's minerals and mineral rich places in the world. And in a ceremony held in Washington and flanked by the United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who's the foreign ministers of Congo and Rwanda, signed a landmark agreement committing to end hostilities and stabilize the mineral-rich Eastern Congo. This deal, which actually builds on a 2024 framework, sets a clear timeline. Rwandan troops will actually withdraw from the Eastern Congo within 90 days, while both countries will form a joint security coordination mechanism within the next 30 days to monitor any issues and will actually verify the pullout. Let me further tell you that the stakes are very high because the region holds massive reserves of tantalum, gold, cobalt, copper, and lithium, which are critical resources for everything from smartphones, as we've covered earlier, to electric vehicles. And now, with actually the Western investment on the table, especially with regards to minerals across the world, the message is clear. Peace means profit. As part of the deal, the Congolese military operations against the FDLR, a militia actually that roots in the 1994 Rwandan genocide, will conclude over the same period. That's the key, because I'll tell you that Rwanda has long insisted its military presence is to counter the threat posed by the FDLR and other hostile groups operating in the region, which are called the Hutu groups. These are actually militias, and Rwanda has actually denied allegations that it supports the M23 rebel group. But Congo, the United Nations, and Western allies actually say otherwise. However, what is very telling, and it is more telling, that the Congolese negotiators dropped their earlier demand for Rwanda's immediate withdrawal, which actually is a big shift towards compromise that is seen after the United States actually did an intervention. Crucially, the agreement also commits that both nations to de-risk mineral supply chain and build joint value chains with the United States and Western partnerships in the mix. That's diplomacy with a price tag. I think there's no better word to define it. Well, it's a very interesting and we will actually continue to cover this because Donald Trump is actually really interested in the world's minerals, and Antonio Guterres hailed this as a breakthrough as the United Nations Secretary General. While skeptics actually remain, this moment could actually mark an overdue step towards an end towards the Africa's deadliest and most forgotten conflict. Beyond peace, this is seen as part of Donald Trump's wider push to secure rare earth minerals globally, from Africa to Central Asia, as a part of strategy to reduce the United States' reliance on China and dominate the green tech economy. So we will continue this story and we will continue covering serpents, because as we've been telling you earlier, that ever since Donald Trump has taken office from the 20th of January, he has had a very clear focus on the world's minerals, and this actually signifies what Donald Trump is looking forward to.
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल दबाएं ताकि कोई खबर रह न जाए।